Time for one more race to close out the penultimate day of the season. Here we go. There's Heat A-B, the third and final heat for Junior Road Tax. Let's have a look at the grid. Austin Lee, a race winner today, starts from pole position. Maurice Herboz alongside him on the front row. Jasper Lanitz and Mikkel Pedersen, who still leads the championship going into the final day of the year, is on row 2. Vic Stevens and Scott Marsh. Row 3, Krik Knoren and Matej Radenkovic, the other race winner today, on row 4, with Maximilian Schreier and Olivier Jonkers rounding out the top 10. And it's Dion van Werven and Mika van der Peewet at row 6. Row 7, Ralph van der Peewet and Mitchell van Dijk, Karen Bourguignon and Casper Schomans round at row 8. Row 9, it's Julian Kloosman and Thijs van Dijk, with Donis Johannes Dominguez and Sebastian Koch rounding at the top 20. Sian van Vliet, Louis Detling, Kian de Brandt, Hans Boshouse, Benjamin Van Hees and Puck Doubles rounding out the 26 strong going into this race. So once again, 7 minutes on the clock plus an additional lap. And then tomorrow we get things underway at 10:10 tomorrow morning. Big thank you to everyone that has been watching with us all the way through the day. Apologies for the earlier technical issues. We've been able to make sure that the races have been recorded so we can get those. Those will be uploaded to watch at your leisure. But Austin Lee, if he gets another victory today, will be pretty much on pole position for tomorrow's first final. So the road to Portimao has one more step to be taken for these drivers, and especially the two main protagonists for the title. Well, make that 3 if you want to include Scott Marsh in this one. Mikkel Pedersen came into this race day on 123 points, ahead of Scott Marsh on 91, and Casper Schomans rounding out the top 3 on 88. After the intermediate ranking after the heats, we'll find out who places where, and if you're in the top 15, you score double points based on the heat system through the sporting regulations. Red lights on the starting gantry for one final time here on Saturday, as the sun is starting to lower and the shadows are showing across the ground. Into the tram lines we go. Revs rise. Are we ready? Are we steady? Lights are out, we're off and racing. Austin Lee gets a better start than everybody else, and look, oh, someone's already got off. Big time, that was 5 abreast. Everyone was squabbling for traction. And one cart nearly launches onto the back bumper of another through turn 2. And there has been an incident, one of which might have been, I'll keep an eye out, it was possibly Louis Detling or maybe Karen Bourguignon in the 226. Might have been the latter, at the back end of the field. Just spotted Sian van Vliet. There's Maximilian Schreier trying to get through in turn 7. Schreier from Germany started in 11th position. At the front of the field, here's Austin Lee leading Jasper Lanitz. Now here comes the Dane. And Mikkel Pedersen up the inside of the 277 to now take 2nd position through turn 10. On 4th, oh, that is the 298 of Laurens Herboz from Belgium. Not too far behind him, he's got Scott Marsh from Great Britain. Well, Mikkel Pedersen in 2nd place, and now Jasper Lanitz, who has been showcasing some better results this season as a junior. Qualified for the Grand Finals before as a mini-max driver. Last time for that was 2019 at Sarno, when they ran on the Comp Kart chassis. Oh dear, pit manoeuvre on Maximilian Schreier coming through into turn number 7. Schomans gets through, Krik Knoren gets through. I think also, was that Olivier Jonkers that might have been at the front of that train? Can't work out that number. As they come through into turn 10, Knoren harder on the brakes, and later on the brakes on like that. It was Olivier Jonkers, I was right. Radenkovic now makes a position on Jasper Lanitz, and it's all Flotsam and Jetsam behind. Austin Lee now leads by nearly half a second, ahead of Mikkel Pedersen, who just pumps in the fastest lap of the race. As Max Schreier goes up the inside of Olivier Jonkers. As Kasper Schormans nearly gets one sent up the inside of him. Oh, it's very, very close indeed in the 273. Julian Kozman, 2 wheels on the dirt coming out of turn 4 whilst having an exchange. That might have been with Olivier Jonkers, the 216 and the 269 of Vic Stevens. All made it safely through, despite Julian Kozman getting some dirt on the right-hand side Mojo tyres on that kart, and it's not going to help him at all with grip. Mikkel Pedersen, in the meantime, is absolutely rocketing towards the front of the field. So the gap between him and Austin Lee now drops from half a second to 3.5 tenths. A little bit further back. Mika van der Pavert, one driver that has a bit of a badge of honour, keeps on wearing his Team Netherlands race suit from the Grand Finals. Oh, Max Schreier in the walls again, this time with Olivier Jonkers. Oh, that was a swipe across the front bumper if ever I saw one there, Maxi. Well done. I think Olivier Jonkers was like thinking, oh my goodness me, and it's all now, it's Dodgem karts without any contact at the moment. But there is going to be some inevitable little touches. Well, the 257, Sim van Vliet nearly got a touch. They'll just, well, it's really getting robust out there. One of which was Kees van Wijk from the Netherlands in the 246. Dion van Velven's in the middle of all of this. So is Johannes Tomingus. It's 3 wide coming across the start-finish straight. Oh, careful, boys, brace. These junior road tax drivers have no fear. Like 3 wide and send it. Yeah, I don't care. I'm just going to send it. And there is a send that's just happened, I think, on the inside of Mika van der Pavert, possibly. A bit further back, there's Benjamin Van Hees on the CRG chassis, exchanging places. Looks like Aaron Borkemino is in the mix with all of that. Towards the back end of that, 268, that's Ralph van der Pavert. Up to Mika. Matt Try still hunting down a few in front, which probably looks to be including lots of Vic Stevens, but Max Schreier has just been passed by Krit Knorren in the 212. And also, in front of them is also Vic Stevens and Olivier Jonkers. They complete the top 11. Now the top 2 are being closed in on. Scott Marsh and Matej Radenkovic has closed in on the pair. That's a very interesting new Nassau panel on your kart there, Mr. Scott Marsh. Oh, and the lead has changed, so Mikkel Pedersen gets in front of Austin Lee. But Austin Lee with the way things are. Now Radenkovic is in 4th at the moment, but even with a race win and a 4th, that could be the case that Austin Lee might secure provisional pole for tomorrow. But Scott Marsh has just gone up the inside of the triple two from Germany, and here comes Radenkovic. Oh, it's side by side between Lee and Radenkovic going into turns 1 and 2, and Austin Lee has had to back out of it. Had no other alternative. In the meantime, Laurens Herboz has got past, and that's the 214 of Mitchell van Dijk, followed by Mika van der Pavert, and I think that's Jasper Leynitz at the back of that train. Oh my goodness. Late send and then some, Mitchell van Dijk. Well done. And that put the frighteners on Laurens Herboz. Jasper Leynitz going up the inside of Mika van der Pavert going into turn 7 and makes the move stick. Just 35 seconds plus an additional lap of the race day to go. Scott Marsh going defensive on Radenkovic up the inside through into turn 10, goes to the 296, and Austin Lee threads the eye of the needle, gets between the pair of them. So good tactical driving there from Austin Lee, just waiting. Now he's coming into turn 12, 15 seconds to go, lead across the start-finish line. So Pedersen leads from Radenkovic, now Austin Lee just behind. These are the two that are effectively going to be battling for provisional pole for tomorrow's pre-final. Mikkel Pedersen is doing exactly the right thing at the right time. This could help him with regards to the battle that he has. As Kasper Schormans said to me when I spoke to him in the bar down here at the Brasserie earlier on this week, yeah, I need to pretty much win everything. And it hasn't gone that way, I'm afraid. At the moment, well, where is Sharmans? He's currently 9th, and we've only got this and one more lap to go for the race day. Now Austin Lee has got company from behind. That's Mitchell van Dijk. Now Austin Lee drops to 4th. Now this will effectively, by the ranking of the heats, will provisionally give. Oh, that's another position dropped, and now another position, because that's Mikko van der Peijp that's got through. And right behind Austin Lee is Laurens Herboz. We're on to the final lap of the race. It's all kicked off from 4th backwards. Austin Lee is dropping positions with the drop of a hat. He's just lost out to Jasper Leenerts. And now he's got his teammate from JJ Racing. There is Casper Schormans. As Mikkel Pedersen makes his way down the Jupiterlaan for the final time. It's lap number 9 out of 9. It's a slipstream fest down the Jupiterlaan going into turn 7. So our leader now making his way through turn 10 for the 9th and final time. The current points leader, Denmark's Mikkel Pedersen. He's about to head towards turn number 12 as Austin Lee tries to fire it up the inside of Jasper Leenerts. But here he comes, it's the Dane train. Mikkel Pedersen takes the win. It's 3 different heat winners from 3 different races here today in Junior Rotax. And by my provisional calculations, your provisional pole sitter might very well be the driver that just finished 2nd and won the first heat earlier on today. That was Mateo Dedenkovic. Scott Marsh in 3rd, Laurens Herboz in 4th, with Mikko van der Peijp and Mitchell van Dijk running out the top 6. Jasper Leenerts in 7th, and with Casper Schormans, with Austin Lee, who won the 2nd heat earlier on today. Started from pole position, finished 9th, ahead of Olivier Jonkers, who rounds out the top 10 positions. Mick Stevens, Dion van Werven, Krik Kuren, Julian Klausman, Maximilian Schreier, Ryan Bourguignon, Sim van Vliet, Benjamin van Hees, Thomas Johannes Tomingus and Thijs van Dijk, and then at the top 20 with Ralf van der Peijp, Louis Stetling, Sebastian Koch, Kaz Boshaus, Pat Gabbels and Kian de Brandt, all making it to the checker flag after 9 laps of racing.